What up, y'all? Freaky P, Replicon Radio. This is an exclusive interview we did a while back with Aaron Barrett, lead singer of Real Big Fish. Originally aired January 14th, 2019. This is the interview-only track. For more stuff like this and getting it sooner, make sure you subscribe to our Patreon, patreon.com/RepliconRadio. And make sure you also pick up all our exclusive merchandise, RepliconRadio.com. Just click Shop Now. And RepliconRadio.BigCartel.com. So without further ado, here is the Real Big Fish interview from January 2019.
The Gremlins,
the
Replicon style.
Yeah.
He just over there talking.
Hey, I mean, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, we told you we had a guest. We have a guest.
We have a motherfucking guest.
It's like sweet cardboard.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet cardboard.
So you can hear him talking.
Hell yeah. But yeah, we are back. Very special guest on the line. The original member, founding member, still a member, Mr. Aaron from Real Big Fish. What's up, brother? You there?
Yeah.
Hey.
Stop calling me a member.
The founder.
We love members around here. No, I'm kidding.
Hey.
We're not that kind of show, but we don't.
I came to the right place.
Absolutely. Yeah, we appreciate members of all fashions, if you will.
He is the original phallus of Real Big Fish.
But yeah, just so you're, first of all, thank you for calling in and hanging out with us on Replicon Radio.
Yes.
We definitely appreciate that.
My pleasure, guys.
And I just want to give you a heads up, just so you know, because I know you probably do lots of interviews. You are more than welcome to talk as freely as you want. Absolutely.
Talk about anything
thanks.
you want to.
Some people just don't know, and it's always like, oh, well, shit. Damn it, am I supposed to say that? Like, yeah.
The FCC has not reached us yet.
So you are
right,
absolutely allowed to do what you want, man. How are you this evening, first of all?
I'm good. We have a day off in Eugene, Oregon, so we're just hanging around in a hotel room.
That's perfect. Yeah, I saw the schedule, and I was like, yes, that's going to work.
right. Wide open.
That's good, man. It's always good. Yeah, you guys are out there on the road with Mest right now. Definitely, we're going to talk about that because those guys are the shit too. So welcome back to them guys.
I haven't heard that name in a long time myself.
Yeah, I haven't seen them playing forever.
So that's fucking
Have them on tour with
awesome.
us.
Hell yeah. So let me see here. Generally, what we like to do, man, when we have guests on for the first time, we like to go back in time on the Replicon time machine, the DeLorean, whatever it is you want to call it. I'm sure you've told it a million times, but we like to go back to the beginning, man. Back to the start, man, when Real Big Fish started back in, 91, when you guys were in high school?
No, you want to go that far back?
All the way.
I mean, we don't have to tell. We're just going to do the cliff notes.
Yeah, fuck. I think it was like
Let me just give you
97
a
when I
short-
seen him.
Short 3-hour history of the band.
There you go.
Perfect.
No. But yeah, like you guys were in high school, like you started like as a cover band. Is that how it all? I mean, that's where it all came into.
I mean, I got a guitar for my 15th birthday and started taking lessons. And once I learned a few chords, it was like, let's start a band. Let's do this.
Hell yeah.
So at first it was Led Zeppelin covers and Jimi Hendrix covers.
That's yeah.
And,
you gotta learn.
and then
If you don't know "Stairway to Heaven," you're not in a band.
No,
yeah.
you're not a real rock
Definitely.
star.
Yeah, right.
We did an extra long extended version of Stairway to Heaven. It was great.
Hell yeah.
And then we started playing
7
parties.
minute set of just Stairway.
That was the whole
That was the whole fucking set.
Come back tomorrow for part 2. Yeah. That's awesome.
We definitely did that. We would like record while we were playing in the garage, and like halfway through Stairway to Heaven, I had to flip over the tape, the cassette tape. So I wanted to record the whole thing.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Put the piece of tape on top.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
It was like, and guitar solo. Yep.
Side B, guitar solo.
Exactly.
That's the shit, man. But yeah, I mean, you're obviously you're just an average kid. You guys started a cover band, and then what you stepped up, started singing. What was it that made you guys just stop doing the cover thing and start your own original band?
I think most bands, kids start out playing covers because you don't know how to write a song at first. But I guess we just started playing parties around in Orange County and just kind of discovered that there was this ska scene going on with these ska bands, and then I realized that this music called ska that I already loved. I already liked the English Beat and Madness and like the two-tone bands from the 80s, but I just didn't know what that music was called.
Yeah.
So then we discovered there was a ska scene in Orange County, and the rest is history.
You're like, holy shit, this is actually a thing. Let's just fucking
Like, I
start
can do
skanking.
this music.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
We need fucking brass. Who
As
plays
long as I can put lots of guitar solos in it, let's do it.
Hell yeah. Absolutely. You can never go wrong with guitar solos, and you can never go wrong with the brass section. Still to this day.
I don't know if either of those statements are true. You can go very wrong.
Yeah, they can. You can never go wrong with a good guitar solo and a
You
good.
could never go wrong with a real big fish doing it.
There you go. Yeah.
There, that sounds all right.
As long as Aaron's doing it, then it's
I'll
going to be
find that.
okay.
Yeah,
Sometimes. That's
that's
awesome.
a true fact.
Perfect. So I mean, you guys started, and then everything kind of took off for you when you guys did turn the radio off, sell out. Like,
Oh yeah.
what?
She's got a girlfriend.
Like, what? First of all, I mean, I guess I don't even know how to ask. Like, how did that? Like, you guys are, like you said, you're playing parties, you're high school kids, you're doing whatever. Next thing you know, you're ever like, what was that like? How did that all come about for you guys?
We just started playing local shows and stuff, and kind of making a name for ourselves in the local scene. And we put out our own album called Everything Sucks.
Yeah.
It was a big deal in those days to put out a CD, because most bands just had cassette tapes, but we put out a CD. And we got a little distribution from that. And I guess John Feldman from Goldfinger saw us play a show, and he liked the way that I was fighting with the sound man from the stage. Like, fuck you, I'm not getting off, I'm going to play one more song. So he thought that was really cool, so he invited our horn players to play on the first Goldfinger album. And then Mojo Records didn't have any other bands signed at the time, so they said, hey, why don't you guys put an album too? That'll be cool. And the rest is history.
And the rest is history. And then all of a sudden everybody started hating you because you guys were sellouts, even though you made the song Sellout before.
Some people liked us too.
Yeah, absolutely.
I did.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I
there's,
think
we were talking about it earlier. Like, we weren't, like, we've been fans of you guys for a long time since then. But if
Awesome,
it wasn't
thank you.
for that period, I mean, maybe hopefully eventually, but we wouldn't have known who you were if it wasn't for that period. So it was a great period.
Yeah, no, that gave me a whole career. So
Absolutely.
that was 20-something years ago, and I'm still on tour.
Hell yeah. Congratulations for that, right?
Yeah, so we were real lucky to get that attention that we got.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's props to John Feldman for that. That's something I was going to ask, kind of another thing. Like that, when you guys did the John Feldman record, that's the only time you guys worked with him as a producer, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think he produced that first album. That was the only Goldfinger album he didn't produce. But, yeah, I mean, we played on it, and, well, our horn players did. I didn't.
Yeah.
play on it.
Well, didn't he
But I
go turn
actually
the
sang
radio
on the
off with
song
you guys?
Superman. What's,
Or is that not true?
no, he didn't produce Turn the Radio Off.
Oh. Well, fuck
That
the
would've been
internet
cool, though.
then. Fuck the internet then. That's what the internet told me.
It's usually reliable information on the
Right?
internet.
I thought everything on there was correct. but
True.
I've been foiled once again.
He was around during that time, though, and that was cool. But, yeah, and I think Goldfinger's album came out earlier in 96, and the Here in Your Bedroom popularity kind of helped open up some doors for us.
Yeah,
So Mojo Records could go, hey, Goldfinger's doing well, why don't you play our new band, Real Big Fish?
hell yeah.
So,
Yeah, that was a huge time period for like that. Like, it seemed like at that point, like all you guys seemed like you were friends. Like, it was Goldfinger, Real Big Fish, Less Than Jake. Like, it was like everybody
Yeah, I mean,
all
definitely-
came up at the same period there. It seemed.
definitely a lot of those bands were our friends, so it was pretty cool to be part of the ska craze of 96, 97
Absolutely.
with all our friends and favorite bands.
Yeah, it was great, and
It was
being
a really cool thing.
being a fan in that scene, it was dope because like these guys, like all these guys are friends, and you know, and even the same thing with you guys later on. You know, on the first record you guys did the Suburban Rhythm track, and now later in life, Suburban Rhythm like was a part of your band, and then you did stuff with them, and it was like it all came
Crazy.
full circle. Yeah, it's
But it was funny. It was funny back then because like earlier in the '90s, there was like the East Coast West Coast rap thing with Biggie and Tupac, and people were always trying to get that with the ska thing. Like, what do you think of the East Coast ska bands? Is there an East Coast West Coast rivalry? And we were like, no, we love all those bands.
You guys were like doing diss songs to.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I don't even know who the East Coast ska would be. There was never really.
Mighty Boss Tones.
Yeah, there you go. Fuck you, Dickie.
Dickie Barrett's my cousin.
Is he really?
No.
I think so.
Possibly. Somewhere.
We have the same last name.
There you go. You should get those Jimmy Kimmel checks, bro.
Yeah. Because I did nothing.
You're his cousin. You deserve it.
I'm his cousin. I should get paid.
Pay me, boy.
Absolutely, man. But yeah, it's that was super dope. I know you guys did. What the fuck is going on? Yeah, messed. Sorry, I'm totally off track right now.
Get the notes.
Well, I was just looking at all like the friends.
Where my notes at?
Better get my
Was like you guys? Oh, they had Zebrahead. Hell yeah.
better.
So yeah, you guys did all that. You blew up with Sellout. You guys ended up being in Bassketball.
Oh yeah,
How fucking?
that was cool.
I was gonna say, how fucking cool was that?
That was really cool because we were huge fans of South Park, and just to meet Matt and Trey was cool. And to be in their movie and to be in like a real movie, just so many mind-blowing things all in a row. But that was really cool.
Hell
And it was like a commercial for a band in the middle of the movie. They just kind of pan across the whole band, and there's a giant banner that says "Real Big Fish."
Hell yeah.
It's like, why is there a Real Big Fish commercial in the middle of this movie?
Why not?
But I think that helps more people find out about our band than probably even Sellout being on the radio. That was huge for us.
For sure, and it's still around.
Take on me. Yeah.
I just heard it today.
I hear it every day.
Yeah. Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Awesome. We played it earlier.
Yeah, we did.
Nice.
The dope live version, the newer, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hell
Cool.
yeah. So yeah, and you guys, I mean, this was early '90s, 90, 96, 97. You guys were still pretty young back then. I mean, what was the world? What was the world like for you? Like through the eyes of Aaron, like holy shit! I'm in fucking the South Park guys movie. I'm on the radio. Like
I paged all my friends and told them about it. It was cool.
911.
Call me back.
I wrote letters to all my friends.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, I mean, I had just 96. I turned 22 right after Turn the Radio Off came out and went on tour forever. Still on tour now.
Holy shit.
44.
I see. I would have died. I would have
Half
just
my
drank
life,
myself
exactly.
to death.
You would have what?
I said I probably would have drank myself
Fuck,
to death.
you haven't even made it and you almost drank yourself
That's
to
right.
death.
That's true. That is very true. If I was 22 and in a movie and on the radio, and like, holy shit, I'd be dead. So props to you for not being dead. Salutes. So yeah, I mean, since then, obviously, you've had a lot of ups, you've had a lot of downs. You guys have been labels, this label, that label, many different members, and still to this day, like you said, you're still out on the road, and you're still holding true to the Real Big Fish name and the brand.
Still doing it.
That's
Yep.
fucking
Well,
incredible.
the fans have supported us and come out to the shows and got the records and stuff, so we keep doing what we do because people support us. That's pretty awesome.
No, it's the shit for sure, and it's cool to see. You know what I mean? Like
We are grateful to our fans for sure.
I know, like
Keeping us alive.
Amen to that. Like we mentioned earlier with the sellout thing. I know you guys had, there was some ups and downs. You guys had a little bit of, like, fans were being ignorant to you, and you guys did the what was this song? Oh god damn it! The last track on that. You know what I'm talking about? We Still Love You. The We Still Love You.
Oh yeah, that was,
Yeah.
I guess I just wasn't ready to handle, like, when you get famous and people start to know who you are, there's obviously going to be the people who don't like you, who are forced to hear about your band too, like, oh, that sucks. So, and there's always going to be the people who, for whatever reason, turn on you or don't like you anymore because you got more popular.
Absolutely. Well, that's something most people.
I was a very sensitive young kid back then.
For sure.
So
Well, that's something most people have learned now with the, back then the internet wasn't like it was now. So now everybody knows how terrible people are.
yeah, I can't.
Back then you just had to see it at shows. You didn't have to
I
get it
can't
online.
imagine what I would have done if the internet was around back then, and I would have seen all the comments and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, thank God.
I handle it a lot better now. I'm just like, whatever. Some people like us, some people don't. Who cares?
Absolutely. Well, thank God you guys made it through all that, and you're still here with us today. So with all that, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff here, but it doesn't matter.
That's what she said.
Well, like we're based out of St. Louis because I was going to ask you something about Grand and Mississippi Nights, but I don't know if you want to talk about.
Mississippi Nights.
Yeah, that's we used to go to shows there when we were kids, and I know, like I said, a lot of members have come and gone. He actually got in trouble for battery against the Sears.
Oh yeah, that was Grant Berry's last show, and never fire somebody and then force them to play one last show after you fire them.
Oh shit!
What the fuck?
Like, hey man, you're out of the band, you're becoming a problem. But get up on stage and do it one more time.
We need you. Oh God!
Fuck you!
So that's when the brass section was not good.
That was a lesson learned.
That was one of those nights when the brass section wasn't good. Wow, that's
One of those
awesome.
nights where
I couldn't even imagine.
But anyway.
that. That's fucking awesome. But yeah, man, you guys all kinds of. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to make you go through your whole career, but everything sucks. Turn the radio off. Why do they rock so hard? Cheer up. We're not happy till you're not happy. Monkeys for nothing. Chimps for free. Fame, fortune, and fornication. Candy coated fury. All kinds of EPs and live records and cover albums along the way. And then Life Sucks. Let's Dance was just released. A week, 2 weeks ago?
That's a lot of long album titles.
No, you're like, God, stop talking. All kinds of dope ass music and a brand new one right out there right now for you guys to go pick
we're
up.
Excited.
Like, how awesome is that? I mean, that's so dope. Like 25. It's like the 25th anniversary of Real Big Fish this year, right?
It is gonna be in 2 years. Is the 30th anniversary.
Oh shit, even further.
God damn.
2021.
Whoa.
But yeah, I mean, we're very happy that the people like the new album and they're receiving it well. A lot of times when you put out a new album, they're not used to it yet, so they're like, "What's this new stuff? Oh, I hate it." Ugh. And it takes a few years for people to come around a little bit, but this time, everybody's pretty excited about the new stuff.
Not this time.
So,
No, absolutely. No, it's a dope record. We're gonna play a little of it coming up too.
awesome.
I got a bunch of questions in the chat I wanted to get to that kind of coincide with some of my stuff, so I'm going to do that. One thing
right.
I wanted to ask about the new record, though, while we're talking about it, after what? 90s, after almost 20 years, or more than 20 years later, what made you decide to do another beer song?
Well, we re-recorded Beer like 8 to 10 times, so we can't do that again.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just I came up with that song and that melody, the music and everything, and I was just singing those words, and I could never think of anything else.
Perfect.
So it's like,
It's another beer song.
I'll just stick with this.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
It was that simple.
Nothing wrong with that. Simple's good. Simple works. One of the questions from the chat, and I was going to ask you about this band as well, but his question's worded better than mine because I'm retarded. With the covers of Forces of Evil on the new album, could a Forces of Evil reunion be in the future, or maybe a couple shows?
Is this still considered a cover if I wrote the songs?
I don't know. I mean, that's
Weird.
a really valid
Weird
question. Yeah.
blurred line. Blurred gray line.
I mean, technically, it was a side project, and now you're doing it on your not side project.
It would be like
Yeah,
referencing, I guess. Not necessarily a cover, but a reference.
No one's supposed to know about those songs because they were unreleased demos.
We know
They got
everything.
leaked.
Oh shit!
But now, I don't think there's going to be a Force of Evil reunion anytime soon.
Perfect. But I
But
mean,
you
guys-
never know what's going to happen.
I mean, but just like you said, I mean, they're your songs. You wrote those songs, so it's not that you can't just throw one in the middle of a Real Big Fish set. And
I
everybody
might need some rent money someday, you know?
There you go. You got to get those. You know what they're doing. We do a lot of underground music and like hip hop and stuff, and their thing now is like they do album shows or one-offs. So you do one of those. You know, you do the Forces of Evil show, and then you do the Turn the Radio Off show a year later, and sell 1 million tickets at $300.
We did do the
each.
Turn the Radio Off tour. We did that. When was that? 2 years ago.
Hell yeah!
It's already been forgotten.
Sorry. No, you can't do the tour. You have to do the. You can't do the tour. You have to do the one-off show. This is the last time we're ever going to do it,
And then make a tour a year later.
yeah, and then tour it a year later.
Yeah.
But
These are good ideas. I'm gonna write them
yeah,
down.
write that down. But I love that question just because I'm a huge fan of the Angry Anthem. I think that should be performed everywhere, every day.
Yeah.
You should
We
wake
play
up
that
to
one
that.
every once in a while.
You should wake up to that in the morning. I think that is the perfect way to wake.
Way to start your day.
Absolutely.
Angry.
And then let's see here. Why? Well, I mean that's a solid question, I guess. Why do you rock so hard?
Really?
I think it should have been, how did they rock so hard? I don't know. Is that correct grammar?
I don't know. How
that
do they?
correct?
Why? I mean, I guess they
Why
both
do
would
they?
work.
Why do they rock so hard? I don't know, because we want to.
Well,
Because
how-
it feels
but-
right.
No, but the question was,
How
how
is it
do
possible
you?
for them
How
to
do
rock
you?
so hard? That should have been the album title.
That's right.
There it is.
How is it possible that they rock so very hard?
How is it possible for Aaron Barrett to rock so hard?
Just lots of practice, you know.
That's
Night
why.
after night, up on the stage, honing my craft
What do you
while
mean?
being hammered
Yeah,
drunk
yeah.
at the same time.
There you go. See, but at least you haven't died yet. I would have died.
Not yet.
Not gonna win.
He's the
I
only.
hear it happens to us all eventually.
He's the only surviving member. No, that's not true.
Surviving.
He's not.
He's not a member, he's a phallus.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. The only surviving phallus of Real Big Fish.
There you go.
As far as I know, everyone who's ever been in Real Big Fish is still alive.
Well, thank God for that.
Isn't that
Amen.
nice?
That's beautiful. You never know. I mean, after
That's what we
almost
like to
30
hear.
years. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what we like to hear.
Congratulations to everybody.
Shout out to all you guys.
Everybody's healthy and doing well.
Awesome.
Let's see here. Jonathan in the chat room also would like to know if you have ever played the song "Spin the Globe" live.
Yes, but not since probably 1995.
Wow. So it's been a while.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
there's going to be an exclusive
Not the
show.
old one.
It's the only song he's
Once
gonna play.
it's going to be that song and
Yeah, we're
Stairway.
There it is.
We're gonna do all our best hits from 1991 to 1993.
There you go.
There you go.
All of our deep songs.
The deep cuts.
That's right. That could be the name of a new record.
There you go.
The deep cuts.
Deep.
There you go. You can cover Papa Roach songs and stuff too.
We could.
That'd be fantastic.
Sprinkle a little POD in there.
There you go. Hell yeah. But they do that anyway. If you guys go to a live Real Big Fish show, you might hear some cover you've never heard. You may never hear it again. They'll
You
just
might hear
break
some
out.
unexpected covers. That's true.
Hell
You
yeah.
got to keep the spontaneity alive.
Absolutely.
There you go. You can't just
They
go out-
started as a cover band, and
Yeah.
they are still a fantastic cover band.
You got to keep that spark alive where you're not just up there just doing. You're not robots. You know, you got to keep the enjoyment alive at shows.
That's right. And something not everybody knows, our talent is that we can play the first verse and chorus of any 90s song.
Hey, there you go.
Fuck yeah, man.
After that, we forget how anything goes. But
You gotta change the topic real quick. You know. All right, first chorus in,
all
boys.
you really
We gotta
need.
change it.
my dog's farting.
Oh, gross.
How is that?
It's stinky.
That's all right. Well, at least you're not here
Alter.
because I was doing that earlier. So
And it's sick people farts. Ugh.
I bet the dog is way better. That's funny. This is totally random. We say random shit here, and I apologize, but I still appreciate you calling it and dealing with it.
No problem.
You said you guys can play the first, the first verse and chorus of every song. That reminds me of another one of the bands you're friends with, which is Zebrahead.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say something, mention about it. I know you guys did something with them recently overseas, right?
We did, yeah. We did a UK tour together.
Hell yeah,
Them and Less Than Jake.
that's dope. Yeah, those guys are like fucking Justin Bieber in other countries. It's crazy.
Yeah, they do really well over there. And Europe and stuff, and in Japan.
So I know you guys are like friends. Have you guys ever, since you have a similar like banter, I guess. Have you stayed in touch with like Justin or anything he's doing now? Like,
I haven't talked to him in a while, so I'm not sure what he's up to.
Okay. Just curious.
But,
yeah, because that dude was hilarious, and he doesn't really get talked about a lot. So
I think just being on tour all the time, you kind of lose touch with people if you don't see them all the time.
Yeah.
Because you're always gone. And you're just like, oh, shit, it's been 10 years since I talked to that guy.
Like, damn.
Thanks.
Hell yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah, it happens. Speaking of that, in the chat room, Aaron, he wants to know, he says, you're a really funny guy. Your banter on stage, your song lyrics, everything. Have you ever thought about maybe a career or a side project doing some stand-up comedy?
I don't know. Every band thinks they're stand-up comedians, you know? Try to say silly stuff between songs.
Hell yeah.
But, I don't know. I think that I can't imagine being a stand-up comedian. Just being on stage by yourself talking in front of a crowd and trying to get them to laugh at something you say. That's crazy. That's got to be the scariest thing in the world.
But, I mean, essentially you do that. You just have your band members standing nearby.
I have lots of respect for stand-up comedians doing what they do.
For sure.
That's not easy.
Well, like I said, maybe when you need that rent money again.
Yep. You never know.
You can get a couple of the other like lead vocal band members who think they're funny, and you guys could do a whole stand-up.
Yeah, everybody's been doing these acoustic things. You know, like the lead singer of every band will play acoustic, but nobody's done a stand-up comedy tour.
There you go.
Like,
somebody write that down.
Comics featuring.
There you go.
Chris from Less Than Jake. Aaron from Real Big Fish. Who else is funny? You get the idea. Dickie Barrett.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, get Dickie out of there. There you go. My cousin Dickie.
I'd love to see Dickie do some stand-up comedy.
Dickie do.
That's awesome. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm trying to read our chat room here because I'm way behind. Let's see. Speaking of beers, do you have any favorite beers out there on the road? I'm sure you get to try a lot of
my favorite beer
specialties.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's really cool having a song called Beer because you get to meet a lot of people from breweries all over, and they bring us all kinds of beer, and we get to hang out at the breweries and stuff. So I can't shout out any favorites because then I'll piss somebody else off, and we won't get any more free beer.
Oh no! So your favorite beer is free beer.
Absolutely.
Yes, exactly. My favorite beer is free beer.
Nothing
Belgian
wrong with
beer.
that. Free Belgian beer.
Everybody's favorite beer.
Free Belgian beer is the best. That's like the ultimate combo.
Hell yeah! You can't.
Those are two good things.
You can't fucking beat that, man.
Yeah, and when was that? Summer before last, we did a tour called the Beer Run, and we played a bunch of breweries and stuff. That was really cool.
That sounds
That
dope.
yeah, that would be cool as fuck.
Fuck yeah! Can't go wrong
Talk
with that
about
shit.
dying, Paul.
What a blur that tour was.
You would definitely be dead on that tour, P.
I couldn't. So what if it was like a vodka?
Oh, God.
Vodka tour.
A vodka tour.
Holy fuck.
We're going
Came
to
home with
Poland.
so much beer after that tour. It was pretty cool.
I bet you had to bring a trailer just for the beer, probably. I'm sure.
We had to add another trailer behind our trailer full of gear just for all the beer that we got.
Driving down the road with 3 trailers behind their fucking RV.
That's fucking crazy. That's fucking
That's
dope.
8,000 gallons of craft beer.
At some point, this is getting unsafe, guys.
Right?
Those starting to fishtail back there.
Nothing wrong with that, man. It's obviously, I mean, he's been in a band for 30 years and he's still 20 years old, so the beer is working.
It's keeping him youthful.
Yeah. I stopped
I
drinking
don't know
for a
if that's
couple
true.
weeks and I aged so much.
Because you stopped.
Stopped drinking for a couple weeks and I went from 25 to 37. Like, what the hell happened, bro?
What the fuck?
It's fucking ridiculous, man. But yeah, I'm sure you got, all that going on. You got all kinds of, what's the, random question. What's the craziest of all, almost, 28 years of being on the road as Real Big Fish, what's the craziest thing that happened to you on tour?
The craziest thing. What is the craziest thing that ever happened? I don't know. Jeez.
Or at least that
There's a lot of
standout
crazy
moment,
things. One time we played in Dubai with Megadeth. That was pretty crazy.
Holy shit. That's
Dave
holy shit to
Mustaine
begin with.
dedicated a song to us.
Oh, wow.
This one's for my friends at Real Big Fish. It's called Hangar 18.
Oh, wow.
Whatever it's called. Or whatever it's called. Wait, that's a beer. I don't know.
Could have been both. Could be both.
Yeah.
It definitely could be a beer and a Megadeth song. That's playing in Dubai is crazy to begin with. And then,
Yeah, that was really weird. And
Traviata.
three doors down, us and Megadeth. That was it.
What?
That was the festival.
What? What?
What?
Who booked this thing? But they're
They
no
all played-
offense to the people in Dubai, but you guys are weird. Like, but that's dope. It's cool though because it's like they like everything. So let's get a.
Yeah, it was a great show. It was fun.
That's a little bit of everything for sure.
It really is.
Oh.
That is a little bit of everything, man, for
And
sure.
then we get to hang out with Dave Mustaine at a pool party afterwards.
That's dope, man.
That was pretty cool. And do a press conference together.
Now, was that one of them like high-end print shows where they didn't let the public in, or is it like was it an actual concert where they let like the general public in?
I have no idea. There was like thousands of people there, so
Okay, yeah.
I don't know where they came from.
Yeah, it was all of Dubai.
If they were
All of
locals or
Dubai.
if they flew them in. I don't know.
That was the most expensive room on the planet at that particular time.
Bro, that's what everything in Dubai is. That
Yeah, it is. Just
you legit just
it's pretty crazy
described. Yeah, that's nuts, man. That's fucking awesome. So from
It was like 2001, I think.
wow, that's crazy. That
might have been before they started really developing as much as they are to where they are.
Yeah,
now.
probably wasn't nearly
Yeah,
in the
they-
future, but
They were like halfway through building this whole city, so there was all these skyscrapers that were half built. It was the weirdest thing I ever saw.
Oh man, it's like
Because usually, you see one being built in the city, but
it's like, is this the right city? Oh,
building a whole city all at once.
yeah, that's crazy.
Crazy.
That's like that's like the future over there. I don't
yeah,
get it.
is. I feel like everything is made out of gold over there. I don't know why.
It scares me. It fucking scares me,
It's like Jesus.
but it is what it is. Let me see what I got
I'd be afraid
here.
to touch anything over there now.
That's
'Cause
nuts.
It'd be like, oh, you just leave a fingerprint on a building. Cool, that's $10,000 to clean that up, you asshole.
But that's what I was going to ask. I don't really know how to ask this question. Let's see. We were talking about it earlier. Kind of like I was saying earlier, like up and down. Like I said, we do normally on this show we do a lot of underground music. I don't know if you're familiar with like Insane Clown Posse and Twisted. We have stuff. We have those guys on the show.
Twisted was on Warped Tour this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We fucking love Twisted. We just had Jamie on a couple weeks ago. So and they're 100% independent. We were kind of talking about. I was telling one of my co-hosts like, you guys kind of had the same upbringing as like ICP did. It was like an underground thing, and then all of a sudden you had that moment with Sellout, and then since then. You've kind of, I mean, once you got past that moment, you guys have done your own thing. You're independent, right? Like, you guys do everything on your own at this point, right?
Yeah, I guess we just kind of got that independent spirit from being like in a punk rock scene or whatever, the ska punk scene.
For sure.
But, yeah, I mean, we never really depended on a record label. We never, like, chased the big record deal and tried to get the hit songs and stuff. We were just... It happened, and then we just did what we did. Like, we had the fans there, and we had our scene supporting us. So we were never... Like, when the record label said, give us an album without any horns. Like, no, I don't think so.
Yeah.
But horns don't sell anymore. I was like, well, we have a lot of fans who like our music, so why would we change? Why would we do that? So,
Absolutely.
I don't know.
No, it's awesome, man. Like,
So, yeah, and then we got on Jive Records, and some good stuff came out of that, but it just got really... I don't know. The business side of it was really gross.
for sure.
So
No, and that's
dropped us,
a
and
lot
we
of
stayed
up and coming
pretty
people. You
independent
know,
since
it's where they need to be.
I mean, that's probably
Yeah.
a big part of why you guys are still around. You guys weren't chasing a record deal to get, a lot of these bands get burned on those deals and shit like that. So, like,
oh yeah, of course.
So that, I mean,
Make all these compromises, and then nothing comes of it, and it just falls apart, and you.
yeah, and then everybody hates each other, and they all go their
Yeah.
separate ways. You guys seem like you really enjoy what you're doing, so and you don't mind being independent, and so now you're releasing records still 30 years later.
Yeah, we got really lucky. We got a lot of fans that really like our music and kept coming to the shows to support us, and so it all worked out. It was cool.
Hell yeah. So listen to that, kids. Don't compromise. Be yourselves, and you could have a 30-long-year career in the music industry, just like Real Big Fish.
Don't sign with the man.
And it's a lot easier now with the internet. They didn't have that shit.
Yeah.
Besides
does
the
help,
fucking
yeah. Helps
free
get the word
AOL discs. That's all we had back then.
Oh, still got some of those.
No more driving around the record stores dropping off flyers.
Hell yeah.
You post about it now. The
Absolutely.
whole world sees.
The whole world
Or maybe
sees
they
from a
don't.
click of a button.
Well, a few of them. At least a few of them we'll see.
Yeah.
One or two people.
For sure. But yeah, you guys, like I said, they just dropped the record. Go pick it up. They're out on tour. The Life Sucks. Let's Dance tour with Mest. All going all over the place. You guys are in Spokane tomorrow, Canada, Wyoming. Any of our local listeners, they're going to be in Bloomington, Illinois on the 25th and in Columbia, Missouri on the 26th. Out there with the fucking homeboys Mest, which is dope to see them back. And Bikini Trill.
And they sound great.
Oh yeah, that's good. I'm excited. They were one of my favorite bands. They were one of my favorite bands for a long time, and they disappeared.
Cool.
So it's good to see them. Good to see them back. So since I got one more question for you, man, before we get rid of you, we asked all of our guests. Essentially, if you have 3 records that either inspired you as an artist or as a man, or just touched you in a way that you just can't live without, what 3 records are just the ones you can't be without?
Oh, wow. That's hard.
Yeah. Dig deep in that ska soul.
Paul Simon, Graceland. Poison, Open Up and Say Ah. And the English Beat, What Happened.
Dope. There you go. Hell yeah.
If I had to pick 3.
Well, you do. That was the question.
So there you go.
Hell yeah, man. Well, yeah. See, it gives a little more insight to like who you are, right? So a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and then throw some Poison in there because we like to have fun, and we also cover Poison a lot. So
There you go.
Well, that's why I started playing guitar, for sure.
hell yeah.
I saw the Talk Dirty to Me video on MTV, and whenever that was.
That was the end of it.
The late 80s. The
Fuck yeah.
late mid-80s.
I'm going to be a rock
And that was
star.
it.
Well, hell yeah, man. Well, that's the shit. I'm glad. Thank you. First of all, thank you for almost 30 years of dope music that's still really fun.
My pleasure. Thanks for listening.
And like I said, congratulations on everything you've done thus far. Congratulations on all of it, and hopefully
Thank you very much.
another 20, 30 more years of success for you, and maybe a stand-up career as well, man.
There you go.
Yeah. I'll start working on my jokes.
Just work on putting together a Type 5. There you go.
Whenever you do it, just give us the exclusive, though.
Okay.
Like, let us announce it, and we'll come intro you or something.
Just hit us up on our pagers, man. We'll be there.
Yeah.
All right.
Just this page. There you go.
Come back, you guys.
Hell yeah, man. Well, yeah, we appreciate you, man. Welcome to the Replicon Radio family. If you ever need anything, you want something else you want us to promote or plug or anything, just hit us up. You got our information.
Right on.
Once
Thank you
you're
very
in,
much.
you're in. You're stuck with us for life, bro.
All right.
All right, man. Well, much love. We appreciate you hanging out.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
All right, you too, brother.
You
Thank
too.
you.
Peace.
Bye.